you gonna do? What you gonna do with the big
To speak, pussy you sour. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't like pussy and power. Venom.
Good day, sir. My name is Bautista from Section Bravo, and this morning, our topic is all about private investigator and job opportunities. A private investigator, often abbreviated to PI and informally called a private eye. A private detective or inquiry agent is a person who can be hired by individuals, groups, or NGOs to undertake investigatory law services. Private investigators often work for attorney and civil and criminal cases. In 1833, Eugene Francio Vidocq, a French soldier, criminal, and privateer, founded the first known private detective agency, the Office of Universal Information for Commerce and Industry, and hired ex-convict. Official law enforcement tried many times to shut it down. In 1942, police arrested him in suspicion of unlawful imprisonment and taking money of false sentences after he had solved an embezzlement case. Vidocq later suspected that it had been a sit-up. He was sentenced to 5 years and fined 3,000 francs, but the Court of Appeal released him. Vidocq is credited with having introduced record-keeping, criminology, and ballistics to criminal investigation. He made the first plaster cast of Hughes in prison. After Vidocq, the industry was born. Much of what private investigators did in the early days was to act as the police in matter for which their client felt that police were not equipped or willing to do. A larger role for this new private investigator industry was to assist companies in labor disputes. Some early private investigators provided armed guards to act as a private militia. Many private detectives, investigators with special academic and practical experience often work with defense attorney on capital punishment and other criminal defense cases. Others are insurance investigators who investigate suspicious claims. Before the advent of no-fault divorce, many private investigators sought evidence of adultery or other conduct within marriage to establish grounds for a divorce. Despite the lack of legal necessity for such evidence in many jurisdictions, according to press reports, collecting evidence of spouses and partners' adultery or other bad behavior is still one of their most profitable undertakings, as the takes being fought over now are children custody, alimony, or marital property disputes. Private investigator is also engaged in a variety of work not often associated with the industry in the mind of the public. For example, many are involved in process serving the personal delivery of summons, subpoenas, and other legal documents to parties in legal cases. The tracing of absconding debtors can also form a large part of a PI's workload. Many agencies specialize in a particular field of expertise. For example, some PI agencies deal only in tracing. A handful of firms specialize in technical surveillance countermeasures, sometimes called electronic countermeasures, which is the locating and dealing with unwanted forms of electronic surveillance. For example, above, bedroom for industrial espionage purpose. This niche service is typically conducted by those with backgrounds in intelligence, counterintelligence, executive protection, and a small number from law enforcement entities whose duties included the the covert installation of airdropping device as a tool in organized crime, terrorism, and narco-trafficking investigation. The average pay for a private investigator or PI is 619,462 pesos a year and 298 pesos an hour in the Philippines.
What you gonna do with the big